So we are going to be looking at some of the best SBCs for you to complete during Team of the Year. Now, we are going to be going through the list as it is on Footbin. So the first player is going to be Marquinhos all the way down to the Isaac. So if you're only interested in a certain player, it's going to go in that order. Marquinhos, Kimmich, De Bruyne. So let's head over to the Marquinhos SBC. So as you can see, 6 foot tall, controlled lengthy, 3-star, 3-star. Team of the Year honourable mentions. Can only play centre-back. In terms of statistic, defending and physical-wise, these are absolutely crazy for a centre-back. Even the agility and balance is really good for a centre-back as well. Fantastic composure, short and long pass in a really good place, and pace is also very nice. Now, when it comes to defending, he's got jockey, intercept plus, anticipate, slide tackle. He's got power header, ping pass, and, of course, aerial. So in terms of play styles as well, he actually has got an okay card. And then in terms of roles, everything's plus plus. So if you look at those alone, you think this is a fantastic card. Now, my issue is with this SBC in particular is there's an 84 Brazilian, an 84 Team of the Week PSG, Liga an 85 Team of the Week, an 87, an 86 Team of the Week, and an 87 Team of the Week, which means if we look back to Footbin, you can see he's coming in at around 315,000 coins. So he is a little bit pricey for what he is. Now, if we were to compare him to other centre-backs in Liga at the moment, we can see here that he is the highest rated. He has got himself another version, which I believe is a Team of the Week. The Dante Numero card is really nice, and that is going to be your main link between the two of them if you have got them out of packs and SBCs. Now, I know we had this Lucas Berardo, and I've heard good things, but I'm not particularly personally a fan of him. And then after that, the drop-off is pretty high. Now, when it comes to defenders in particular in Liga and altogether, I know we've got Kimmich. I know we have got ourselves as Nuno Mendes that you can see on the screen now. He was an SBC. And an interesting fact, he can also play centre-back as well. So today I wanted to introduce you to Eldorado.gg. It's a fantastic website to get yourself some FC25 coins. If you're looking to improve your team, it can take up to a matter of 30 minutes and the coins will be deposited into your account. Not only this, they have trusted and verified sellers, so you are buying off somebody else who has the coins available, and it has their delivery time and their review rating of how reliable and fast they are, and 100% guaranteed money back or refund if you are not happy or satisfied with your order. On top of this, they have over 34,000 positive to excellent reviews on their website, so you know these are one of the best places to go. Don't forget to use code NANIC to get your discount on your coins. The link will be in the description and in the comment section down below. Let's get back to the video. Quick step is nice to have. We have got quite a lot of Brazilians that are also in this league. I know a lot of people are using this Hattenbohr as well, but my issue is Liga is just not the league it was previously. If we were to have a look back on Footbin again, you can see here the dislikes to likes are pretty crazy. If he was like 100 to 200,000 coins, I think he is a must-do. But for now, I just don't think he's personally worth it. Especially with Team of the Year defenders coming out with Evos and much more. And we have got ourselves a crazy defender Evo on top of that. But let's head over to Kimmich now and have a look at that card. So Kimmich is 5'10", controlled explosive, 4-star, 4-star. Looks like a really nice card, statistically speaking. CDM, centre mid, and right back, so 3 nice positions. As a card that's completely rounded without chemstyles, this is a crazy card. Now remember, he is a defensive midfielder, not an attacking one, but you can put him into attacking if you wanted to by just adding like a hawk or a hunter to boost up those finishing and shooting stats. But dribbling is absolutely outstanding. Passing is also absolutely outstanding. Defending is equally as good, and of course the physical. Now in terms of play styles, we've got finesse shot, long ball pass, which is the absolute meta right now, whip pass, anticipate and intercept, which is absolutely crazy for a DM. Jockey's really nice, press proven, and relentless. And then roles, we've got at right back, attacking wing back plus, so he's not the best at right back in terms of roles. CDM, wide half, centre half plus and plus plus. Deep line playmaker plus plus, and then centre mid, deep line playmaker plus plus as well. Now, because of the roles, the statistics, and the playstyles, this Kimmich card is extremely meta as of this patch. So that also comes with a price. 85 German, 85 Team of the Week, Bayern Munich, 86 Bundesliga, 86 Team of the Week, 87 Team of the Week, 87, an 88, an 88, and another 88 with Team of the Week, another 88 with a Team of the Week, 189, and then another 89 with the last one being there. So 389s, 488s, and 2 Team of the Weeks. So he's expensive. And if we have a look back on Footbin again, you can see here he's coming in at around 127, well, 1.27 million, basically. Very, very expensive card you can see here. So that is something you have to consider when you're looking at it. But I will say, in terms of the cards that we have got from the Bundesliga, and we'll have a look in a second, this is a really easy card to link, especially if you did the previous videos that I've mentioned with the Sane. And in terms of what I have in my club, of course, you've seen some cards there that are spoilers for later on. But this Sane card is a perfect link. I've also got Elise, which is another fantastic link as well. And we've got Boué. If you remember Boué, the French right-back from the Bundesliga. So again, another Bundesliga card that can be linked to Kimmich. He's got really good links in that sense, this card here. Z Roberto as well. But this is where my issue comes. Look how many players are on the screen. Like Endrick's got an okay card, mega cheap as well. We got Klosterman as a centre-back. I know he's a centre-back, but he can play right-back, which is better than Kimmich in that sense. And then we've got Guerrero here. Again, another Bundesliga link, and Bayern Munich as well. And centre-mid for this card. So he has got a lot of quote-unquote competition in that area. You can even Evo and put Kim Min-jae as a centre-mid if you wanted to. Again, Bayern Munich link. You got Davis with the Bayern Munich. So again, chemistry-wise isn't the issue. It just depends if you're running a Bayern Munich team or not. And if you are, do you need to put a 1.3 SBC card into it? There's the tail card as well that you could Evo. So in my opinion, I like Kimmich. I would ignore the like to dislike ratio. That's just down to his price. And it's honestly what fits your team and your playstyle. If you're somebody that's looking for a midfielder who's unbelievably good at winning tackles and you're looking for someone who can play the over-the-top through balls, Kimmich is the man for you, hands down. You can move him forward in terms of centre mid or even out of position in cam when you're playing the game. But it depends if you've got that much time. Now, he is there for 29 days, or he's there for a long, long time. So it's not terrible when it comes to that. But it is a bit of a commitment if you're not entirely sure, which then leaves us on, as you can see here on the list, Kevin De Bruyne. Now, you've probably seen that I've actually completed Kevin De Bruyne, and I'll get to that in a second, but it's 4-star, 5-star. Ping pass and incisive pass is completely up my street when it comes to playstyles. Centre mid and cam. And again, this card is absolutely out of this world. 95 short and long pass, 94 curl, 90 finishing, 97 shot power, 94 composure. Not the best agility and balance, but I'll get to that in a second. Great acceleration and sprint speed. Of course, I've gone for a shadow on him. Probably wondering why a shadow. It's just to give him the most in-game stats. I could probably go for a hunter or a catalyst just to maximize the passing and shooting. But I like to tackle a little bit, and I wanted to boost up that stand tackle just a little bit more. Playstyles, I've got finesse shot, dead ball, whip pass, a long ball pass, ping pass plus, incisive pass, technical, and Trivela. So in terms of playstyles and passing and scoring, these three here and the finesse are my favourite playstyles, and I think they are the most broken as of now. Add in with technical and Trivela, you are absolutely laughing with this card. And then the roles. As a centre mid, half wing plus, box to box plus, playmaker plus, cam, half winger plus, and then playmaker plus. So he's got some really nice roles. I play him in this formation, as you can see. I didn't mean to back out there, but you can see my team here on the screen. We play in that 4-2-1-3 formation. He has got himself as a playmaker plus, and we've just got a crazy team around him. I've got two massive DMs to do the defensive work, and then I've got him to be my driving force. Now, I've only played in Rivals and in Weekend League, 20 games, 7 goals, 24 assists, and I am in the Elite Division. I'll show you that just in case you don't believe me. And he has been carrying me massively. Now, he is expensive, and we are going to jump on, so you see that Elite Division. We're going to go back over to Footbin and talk about his price. Now, obviously, I completed the SBC. I do a lot of how-to grinds on the channel, but he's 2 million coins, and he has got 20 squads. And you can see here, he's got himself the Man City squad. We've got ourselves a Premier League one. We've got an 86, an 86 with Team of the Week, an 87, 87, 87, 87 with Team of the Weeks as well. 5 87s, and then we have 5 88s and 5 89s. The 89s are the hardest ones. You're coming at 172,000 coins per SBC. So as I said, between Kimmich and Kevin De Bruyne, they are both unbelievably good. I don't really have a Bundesliga team, even though I do have some of the best Bundesliga players with Elise and, of course, with Sane. But I've got a lot of Man City players. I've got the John Stones SBC. I've got myself the Netakar. No, it's not City. But I've also got myself Konate, Yaya Toure. So I've got the chemistry there. And then my other players are French that also give the chemistry towards Elise. And I was missing massively a 5-star weak foot player who had ping pass and incisive. Now, I know we got ourselves a Zidane, and that could be the argument for Kevin De Bruyne. I personally am not the biggest fan of the Zidane card. You can see here, I haven't fully evoed him yet, so I don't want to give too much feedback on him as of yet. The card, statistically speaking, is fantastic. I just don't like that he's got Acrobat Plus and he will get Ping Pass Plus. I prefer to have Ping Pass and Incisive. If he had those, I wouldn't have bothered doing Kevin De Bruyne. But that's down to my personal playstyle, and that's why. But let's go ahead and move on to the next player in this list. As you can see here, it is going to be Player of the Month, Greenwood, who is a very interesting card altogether. Now, if you just were to ignore all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes and what he has or hasn't done, and we just solely talk about the card in-game, you will see here that I do think this card is a must complete, and let me explain why. One, is there for 24 days, right? Which we'll get to in a second. But 4-star, 5-star as a cam. But look at his positions. Right mid, right wing, striker, cam. He's got really good sprint speed acceleration, fantastic shot power finishing, good composure, good agility and balance for an 86 rated. He's got finesse shot, power shot, Flair Plus, which I'm not the biggest fan of, kind of a waste, technical, and Trivela. So he's got plenty of room to be evoed in the future, only being 86 rated with one playstyle. And again, in terms of roles, as a right mid, inside forward plus, wide midfielder plus, cam, playmaker plus plus, right wing, inside forward plus, wide maker, playmaker again, striker as a false 9. So he does need a little bit of work in the roles, but there's nothing that a few evolutions can't deal with. And in terms of SBC price, an 83 and an 85. It's so cheap. I think it's coming in about like 30,000 coins. Let's have a look on Footbin. You can see here about 37.4. So in terms of like the chances of being evoed in the future and like a future investment SBC, I don't think it's a terrible one, as long as we don't talk about what's happened in real life, if he has or hasn't. But just in terms of the card in the game, I do like him. Just the links may be a little bit difficult if you haven't got a League and 2, but that then goes back to having Marquinhos again, as mentioned. But the next player on this list is going to be Florian Wirtz, the player of the month from the Bundesliga, has just come out, 90 rated, and you can see here with this card, he has got himself 4-star, 4-star, incisive plus, left mid cam. In terms of statistics, agility, balance, composure is exactly where I want it to be. Short pass, long pass is exactly where it needs to be. Even the acceleration sprint speed is really good plays. The finishing and shot power does need to be boosted, and that would come with a chem style. It's got finesse shot, chip shot, incisive plus, technical, flair, first touch, and of course, Trivela. Now, my biggest issue with him is he just doesn't have many passing playstyles, and he is level 90, or rated 90, so he's going to be harder to evo as well. In terms of roles, of course, at left mid, he's got wide playmaker plus, wide midfielder plus, and then cam, he's got half winger and playmaker as pluses, and then shadow striker as a plus. Now, I still think this card is probably a must-do. Reason being is he's there for 24 days. It's an 84 squad and 85 at Team of the Week. So again, crazy cheap for what he offers. Bundesliga has a lot of players, and yes, we have got ourselves a few Team of the Years and probably a Team of the Year honorable mentions coming from Leverkusen. So you have got the links for him there. Now, in terms of Footbin, you can see he's coming in at about 56,000 coins, which is crazy cheap. Them two together comes to about 90,000 coins, which is easy to do after a couple of days of doing grinding upgrades, etc. The likes are really high to dislikes, so that was already giving you an indication that people think that's a good value, which I do like. And then that leads us over to Player of the Month, Dybala. So with Dybala, he is 5-star skill, 3-star weak foot, can play cam or striker. Again, fantastic agility, balance, and composure. Fantastic passing. Good finishing shot power. A little bit lacking in the pace, but I don't think it matters too much in this patch. Then he has got finesse shot, dead ball, incisive, technical flair, quick touch plus, and Trivela. And then roles, he's got cam, shadow striker plus plus, playmaker plus plus, striker false 9. Now, Dybala is an interesting one because there was a moment in this game where everybody was running the Serie A teams, right? Everybody was running with the Serie A teams. Now we are kind of a bit behind the power curve with them. We are lacking. Doesn't mean they're not going to give us a load. They probably will after I record this video. As it always goes, we'll get a load of them. But that's my only thing holding back. Now, if you were to consider Greenwood and Wirtz together is the same price as Dybala, essentially, depending on what you have in your club, I don't know if this is a must complete with Dybala. I feel like Dybala gets a lot of love in the game, and he does get a lot of SBC cards and special cards and much more. So I feel like 80k for a card like this isn't great. Now, you had to ask yourself, would this card be 80k on the market? I don't think so. So it's one of those. Now, we are going to head over to one of the bigger SBCs here, which is going to be Jaap Stam himself. A crazy centre-back to get. And you can see here, with Jaap Stam, I played against him a lot because he's been out since day one if you got the Prime Hero pre-order pack. Lengthy 3-star, 3-star, 6'3", so he's massive. Centre-back, great acceleration sprint speed, absolutely outstanding defending and physical stats. Yes, he is lacking in passing, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. And the same for agility and balance is actually really good for somebody at that height and, of course, being a centre-back. And then he's got almost every single playstyle in defending apart from slide tackle, which isn't a massive miss. And of course, most importantly, he's got aerial. So 6'3" with aerial was crazy. And then he's got defender plus, stopper plus, and ball player defender plus. Now, my issue with Jaap Stam is, of release, the card was about 900k on the market to buy. His SBC was a little bit pricey when it came out. But he is there for 60 days, so basically 2 months. So it'll be March by the time you finish him. You can see here, Premier League Team of the Week 85, an 85 Team of the Week, an 85 Team of the Week, an 86 Team of the Week, an 86 Team of the Week, an 87, an 87 Team of the Week, and another 87, an 88, an 88, and another 88. So in terms of prices, when he first came out, it was almost close to 1 million coins. If I'd done this video then, I would have said probably don't bother. But now he's coming in at 763,000, which is quite cheap for a defender of that level. But my issue is, again, with the Marquinhos argument and the evolution it came out for Team of the Year, you can get a better centre-back for quote-unquote free. So that is my big red flag with that in particular. Because it is like, well, which one do you go for? And it comes down to whatever fits your team. I do feel like having a centre-back with a Team of the Year Evo is going to be way better than Jaap Stam now. But Jaap Stam is still unbelievably good. So if you're halfway through doing him, make sure you finish him anyway, because he's going to be there for your team for a little while. And that leads us on to Coman before we move over to the icons. Now, Coman is an interesting one. 5-star, 4-star, left mid, right mid, left wing. Really good acceleration, sprint speed, really good agility. Not the best, well, okay balance actually, but not the best composure. Okay passing, good shot power, and okay finishing. Play styles, though, this is where it annoys me a little bit, right? Doesn't have finesse shot, doesn't have power shot. He's got power header, aerial, and acrobat. Now, I know it's for what he did in the Champions League, and that's why he's got it. But quick step and rapid is really nice to have together, especially with this new patch coming out and basically boosting these up massively. First touch and flair is also nice. And then rolls. And right mid, he's only got inside forward plus. Left mid is inside forward plus, which is really nice. Wide playmaker plus. Left wing, wide playmaker plus. And then inside forward plus. So he's got some really good rolls. In terms of price, he was out a little while ago. He's only got 7 days left, so you've got a bit of time there. But an 84 Bayern Munich, an 84 Team of the Week Bundesliga, an 85 Team of the Week, and an 86 French. Now, before the most recent patch that we're all enjoying, I would have said don't bother with this card. But now that we have got this patch, and you're probably looking for a link to Kimmich if you don't have Sane, I do like this card a lot. He is a little bit pricey for what he is, but remember, Rapid Plus is the absolute meta as of now. And that is something to really consider when we get into those sort of things. I do like him a lot when it comes to that, but just be careful whether you want to complete him or not, because if you are trying to do Kimmich or Kevin De Bruyne or Marquinhos, that's going to take a lot of your fodder away, and you've only got 7 days to get this done. So if you are thinking about doing any of these three and then thinking about doing Coman at the same time, probably do Coman first because he expires first and then move on to the next players. But let's go ahead and have a look at some of these icon SBCs that we mentioned, which, of course, is going to be Patrick Vieira on our list right here. Now, I haven't gone ahead and completed Patrick Vieira yet. I am an Arsenal fan, and he was one of my favourite players, so I am tempted. But let me explain why I haven't done it just yet. 6'4", control, lengthy, 3-star, 4-star. Really crazy card, always in game because of his body type, how big he is. In terms of statistics, having that really high agility and balance for a player of his height is fantastic. But the 91 composure is great. The short and long pass speed and that high is also amazing. His pace is amazing. Defending and physical is absolutely fantastic as well. He got his full upgrade, and then he got these play styles. He got power header, which is not that important, but ping pass is great. But then he's got block, intercept plus, anticipate, slide tackle, bruiser, press proven, and relentless. These are the mechanics of making a really good CDM, having those play styles I mentioned. They are absolutely crazy to get together. And then rolls, he's got holding plus, deep line, playmaker plus, and CDM. Centre mid, holding plus, deep line, playmaker plus, box to box plus, and playmaker plus. Now, the reason why I haven't done him yet is because when he first came out, we didn't have Team of the Year yet, and I didn't know what was coming out. Now, you saw my team earlier. We got Guendouzi, and we have got ourselves Yaya Toure. Now, I need someone that can pass the ball a lot. And originally, I completed Guendouzi because he was so cheap, and then Patrick Vieira was going to slot straight into here. But then Guendouzi went ahead and got this evolution that boosted him up. And they are very, very similar to what they offer. Yes, the height isn't quite the same. But in terms of statistically speaking and role speaking, they are very, very similar. So whether I actually go around to doing Patrick Vieira or not, I'm not entirely sure just yet. I do think he is a must-do. But it does come down to what is in your team at the time. But he's also there for another 54 days. So I got plenty of time to grind him. So I'm not too fussed about getting him done. In terms of likes to dislikes, He got 79% likes to 21% dislike. I feel like if Vieira came out tomorrow, he'd probably be a little bit different. But 1.1 mil, basically, or 1.2 mil, isn't a terrible pricing for a card like this. He is extremely meta, and he will shut down your entire midfield when you need to. And that leads us over to Ronaldinho. Now, in my opinion, Ronaldinho straight away is a do not do. Do not waste your fodder on him. I love Ronaldinho, and I feel like in this game they never give him justice. But let me explain why. In terms of statistics and what he offers, amazing. 5-star, 4-star, left wing, left mid cam. Unbelievably good stats all around. As you can see there, short pass, finishing, pace, dribbling. Even the physical's okay. Playstyles, finesse shot, dead ball, trickster plus, first touch, flair, technical, and Travella. Now, I'm not a big fan of trickster plus. I actually prefer if we just had trickster as a silver and maybe had, like, I don't know, finesse shot plus is more of a thing. Because it doesn't really make a difference between the plus and the standard version. In terms of rolls, he just doesn't have great rolls. There's a big thing already being a base icon. Because when this card originally came out, when the first week of FIFA or FC25, yeah, that's fantastic. We didn't care about rolls much. Now, rolls are so important now if you're attacking, and he's a bit behind because of that. Now, don't get me started on the price of the card. I know he's there for 55 days. He is grindable, but 23 squads, and we need a bronze and silver, an 84 for a loan, an 84 team of the week with AC Milan, an 85 team of the week Barcelona, an 86 team of the week with Serie A player, an 87 La Liga, 87, 87, 87, another 87, an 85, 85, sorry, 88, 88, 88, 88. So 5 88s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 89. So 688, 689s to get this SBC done. He's coming in like 2 million coins. Now, if any of you were lucky enough to get his Centurions from that weird glitch or whatever the card was called, now I forgot. I don't think it was Centurions. It was called like Track Stars. I forgot what it was called. But like, if you got that card there, I'm hearing mixed things about it, and I just don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this card. Like, if we have a look at Ronaldinho's price altogether, you can see it's 2.6 on the market. So in theory, this is the card I was on about. In theory, the SBC is cheaper than the card. But that is a lot of like money or fodder or coins to put into one SBC around Team of the Year and around when we are getting crazy evolutions. Now, if you think about the Team of the Year attacking evolution that we got, where it gives them Rapid Plus, First Touch Plus, and Finesse Shot Plus of 500,000 coins, any card is going to be better than Ronaldinho because of that. Now, I know Ronaldinho has his own body type, and, you know, he is very good when it comes to that sort of stuff, but you can go ahead and get like a Usman Dembele, give him that evolution. If you know what I'm talking about, I'll go ahead and show you. And max out the card to like extreme level, max out, right? So we have a look here. I forgot what it's called. Team of the Year, prepping or something like that. Blueprint. This is the one I'm on about. Like half of these cards are going to be better than Ronaldinho just from the fact of the playstyles they get. Like you can see here, if you haven't seen it already. Like those stats are so good. The playstyles are also so good. And they do have Trickster, some of the players as well. So I just find that the argument to complete Ronaldinho, especially now with Team of the Year being out, is just not worth it as much in my opinion. And then that leaves us with Casillas. Now, if you're probably smart enough and noticed, right at the start of the video, I had him done. And I've got some really good, interesting insight on Casillas, whether he is worth it or not. Now, when it comes to the price, 300k, as you can see there on Footbin, isn't terrible. And that's the reason why I did him. Now, my issue is, he's 6'1", so he's not very big in goal, right? Doesn't matter always, and I'll explain in a second. Again, statistically speaking, fantastic, even though I don't really think statistics make too much difference between a 90 rated card and a 99 rated card in a goalkeeper position, because they're getting like +3s, +4s, which I don't think you'll notice that much. This is where it's interesting. This is the reason why I did Casillas. He's got all of the goalkeeper playstyles, right, which is a massive anyway. Far reach means he can dive across the goal to stop finesses and travellas. And then he's got footwork, which if you like that in terms of passing stuff is fantastic. But if you were to link this footwork plus and this long ball together, he actually does ping the ball diagonally, perfect to like your wingers or your attacker. He's really good at doing that. But here comes my issue. The brawls are fantastic. The issue I'm having with him, and I haven't got any footage, unfortunately, but if you do watch the live streams or some of the videos, I've played 20 games. All of them have been all of them have been foot champs and, of course, rivals. And if you know how to score in the game, no keeper can save it, basically. It doesn't matter. People know how to manipulate goals and score them whenever they want to. The issue I'm having with him, and if you do play against Casillas, this is a great tip for you, just shoot across goal. Don't finesse it. Don't trivella it. If you're inside the box, just normally shoot. Like, just press B or circle across the goal. Some reason, the animation will not save it. He's a little bit difficult to deal with on corners because, again, 6'1", Konate 6'4", John Stones is 6'2", and then we've got the likes of Jaap Stam and, of course, Van Dijk. They are also really big players. He doesn't always catch to win the balls when the crosses come in, so just be careful. But for the price that he's at, I still recommend it's doing if you're looking for a keeper because he offers so much chemistry to my team. That's why I did him. And it is a Team of the Year icon. It's a nice flex. So if you were looking for that, you're looking for a keeper to try. I've got the Buffon card that came out. Wasn't very happy with him. I think Casillas is probably a little bit better than Buffon. But that's going to be the ones to complete. Let me know who you disagree with and who you agree with. And I will catch you in the next SBC video.